Welcome back, guys, to my 7th video in the 7-part series for beginners on how to make kombucha. In this episode, it's the final episode of the series. We're going to open up our second ferment kombucha bottles and see how everything fermented. I gotta say, it was a really tough week because I didn't have any bottled kombucha to drink, and these kombucha bottles were sitting on my counter all week and I couldn't drink them because then I wouldn't have anything for the video. So I'm real excited about today. I wanted to, before we get started though, I wanted to say I'm in a Facebook group and about kombucha, and someone had pointed out that strawberries give extra good fizz. So I wanted to test it out, the theory, today, because I've used grape juice for a long time. It's one of my favorites and I've always had great success. So let's see who wins the fizz competition. Will it be strawberry or will it be grape? And then we also have our lavender. And I wanted to point out, see how the lavender is kind of dull looking? I'm going to show you a clip right here of some fresh lavender buds. And then look at these. Can you see it? I think so. It's kind of like gray. So it's like the kombucha pulled all the color. Here we have our strawberries. You might see a new SCOBY on the top of your second ferment bottles. That's pretty common. I don't think I have one here, but it usually happens in the summertime. So what I like to do with my kombucha is I strain it. My second ferments, I strain it before I drink it. All right, let's see who won the best fizz. Oh! All right, this one has some good fizz. It's fizzing over. I meant to grab a bowl before I opened that and I forgot. Okay, so what do you think? Good fizz, right? It's been sitting 7 days, almost to the exact minute, for one whole week. And of course the strawberries are going to make a little bit of a liar out of me. I said that they would be white. They're not exactly white, but they're not as red as strawberries would normally be. They're more pinkish. And I'm actually going to pop one in my mouth and eat it. If I can get it. Fizzy strawberry. Remove the fruit. I'm going to pour this extra kombucha in a little glass I have here. Second contestant, the grape kombucha. Let's see what happens. I wanted to show you, so that's not a SCOBY, but there's some yeast at the bottom there, and that's fine. It'll build up. That's another reason why I like to strain it. Let's see what happens with the grape. Not quite as fizzy, but pretty good. That's some good fizz right there, guys. Look at that. Boom. Money. So I just poured the grape back, and what do you think? That's pretty fizzy. Who do you think won? Which one do you think got the most fizz? They seem to be like it might be a tie. I don't know. I'm actually thinking that the grape won. Look at that. Okay. Lavender wasn't in the competition, but let's see what she's got. Oh, it was like a little baby. Okay, it's fizzing up. I would normally rinse this bottle out in the sink, but the sink's way over there and I don't want my microphone to rip off. So I'm going to just pour it back in and I'll eat some lavender buds. I'm sure it won't hurt. And there's our sweet lavender. They're all fizzy. There's one thing I forgot to mention in the other video that's pretty important, and that is that kombucha bottles have been known to explode. And I don't mean explode like the strawberry kombucha did, where when I opened it up, all the kombucha started coming out. I mean explode as in breaks the glass and shards of glass can go everywhere. It's never happened to me, and I think I figured out why. I still have to research it though, so I'll give you an update on this in a couple months. So, well, let me back up some. So, as a precaution, when you have your second ferment bottles, you may want to place them in a cabinet, or some people can put them in a cooler, so that if they do explode, it's not all over the place. I brewed kombucha for a year before I even knew that the bottles could explode, and I would leave them on my counter. And I specifically remember in August, the year I had my first daughter, I had about 12 bottles here on the counter in August, which is always hot in August, and they were there for a couple weeks as I drank them. Never had an explosion. I've been doing this 6.5 years, never had an explosion, and I think I may know why. And that is because I let my ferment one go around 12 days, right? I talked about that in the last video, somewhere around 12 days. So the theory is, if you don't let your first ferment go as long, then your bottles have a bigger tendency to explode. Anyway, precaution, just to be safe, please place your bottles in a cabinet, or if you leave them on the counter, maybe put them in a plastic bag so that if they do explode and people are in the room, the shards of glass don't go all over them. That concludes this series. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, but what I really hope is that it provided some valuable information to you. If it did, could you please type in the comments anything, kombucha, booch, whatever, just to let me know that it was helpful to you. I'm going to sit back and enjoy my kombucha that I've been waiting all week for, and this is really good. If you're an Instagrammer and you'd like to follow me on Instagram, look me up at kombucha. My pen got stuck. Look me up at Kombucha Liz, and I'll also leave a description down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Go enjoy your booch. Do a happy dance because I know you want to, and I'll see you in the next video.